From across the galaxy to battle the evil Decepticons comes the ultimate Autobot hero, Optimus Prime. Transforming from big rig into powerful robot, he's the greatest Autobot warrior of them all.
Hey everybody, welcome to Review Time. I am your host, Islip, and today I'm going to be reviewing something that I probably should have reviewed a long time ago, except that I didn't have it a long time ago because I actually couldn't find it in the stores. And I think when it came out, I didn't have money, even if it was in the stores, but I couldn't find it in the stores. And everybody's already got this figure and the upgrade probably that goes with it, which I will probably eventually get. But today I'm going to be doing a review of Reveal the Shield Optimus Prime. Now, he comes packaged in his alt mode. I just didn't feel like... This is actually the second review. The first review I felt was really bad, so I decided not to do it. So I decided to start out in this mode, since I actually like this mode a lot. And I'm actually quite amazed at the look of it. Because except for, you know, obviously this part here, and except for that... without turning it around, it looks just like a humanoid robot. It doesn't look like... It doesn't have that normal Transformer quality where you see lots of bits of the alt mode in the vehicle mode, except for the Bayverse. That's just... yeah, whatever. We're not going to talk about that. So I think they did a really excellent job giving him, like, his thighs are rounded like they're actually thighs. More like... It looks more like there's a guy in sort of an exosuit, like sort of a power suit, you know, like Iron Man kind of thing, where it follows the human form a lot better, except for these giant shoulder things. So enough of that rambling. He does come with a sword, which you can plug. Now on the box, it's with the silver side out. I would think that if he was trying to slice somebody, that would not be such a good thing. Like, he'd have to always aim for the top here. He would never have the full blade to work with. So, as much as I hate that I like the hilt facing backwards, I think it makes more sense to have it, the hilt guard, I should say, have it like this. So, and it looks nice. I hate this color plastic, this amber brown. It looks like, it reminds me of a medicine I had when I was a kid. I had like a cold or something, and I had this medicine, and it was so horrible. It made me puke. So, but yeah, he looks good with the sword in his hand. You can plug in other 5mm peg weapons into his, there. It's a little bit of a tight fit, but you can do it. Trust me on this. I've done it already. His sword is a tight fit too. His hands are, I don't know. It's like they made him just a wee bit too small to actually put the weapons in. I'm trying to do this without breaking. There we go. So it's the return of the target roids. I do so love my target roids. Especially this one. This one looks really nice. Especially when you put it in a prime hand. So, yeah. Only problem is, you can't hold it up. Always falls down. So, we'll take that out. And, let's take a better look at him. Let me bring him a little closer. I'm off to the side, which is why you see my arm at this angle. I'm not too fond of the face sculpt. And it took me a while to figure out why. And the thing that bothers me the most is that you see this blue part that's going over under his eyes and really close to his mouth. Let's see if I can get that a better look. First, that really right there, that's what's killing it for me. That's what it is. That and the amber plastic, which it has light piping, but it's really horrible. Like, the rest of the orange will light up, but his eyes don't want to do it. They don't. Let me see. If I go like this, then they light up just a tiny bit, but it it looks like he's powering down. It doesn't look that good. So we'll start with the articulation. His head does wiggle a bit. I'm trying to do it without moving the part that transforms. He does do a 360, tiny side to side, and let's see. Arm does a full 360 as long as you don't catch the pegs or whatever these things are. As long as you don't catch them on anything, it does a 360. Goes a little in and out at the shoulder, but that's due to the way it transforms. A little more in and out at the shoulder, upper bicep. It does rotate at the upper bicep. Bends that far. Whoops, sorry about that. Bends that far that far forward. It also kind of bends backwards like a broken arm. His hand is attached via a ball joint, which does rotate around a bit. Like it only has, well, it rotates all the way around. It just feels like it does, I don't know. Wiggles as such, and there is a swivel on the hand so that you can, let's see if I can bring it closer. Can you see it? Can you see it there? And there's a swivel right there at the wrist. Unfortunately, he has a bit of a kibble issue with his arms, but whatever. And there's this amber light piping plastic under a lot of, like you can see in the spaces. Maybe you can see in the spaces. And that the spaces right there, whoops, there we go. That are dark, there's actually light piping there. I don't have anything to bring out the light piping. He's got a waist that does turn a little bit. It's actually hindered by his backpack. Ball jointed hip, so you get that much out and forward. He does rotate at the upper thigh. There you go. He bends at the knee. He'd bend more, except his wheels get in the way, but he bends about that far. His foot goes forward all the way. That's due to transformation. Whoops, sorry. Forward all the way due to transformation. Goes back that far. And it's on a ball joint, so it does rotate forward and back, and it goes a little out, but mostly in. And that's it for articulation. He does have a backpack that looks like a jetpack, and you can store the sword in here. And I think that's it. As for a size comparison, oh, ouch! I'm going to put him next to the a representative of the original mold he was based off of, which was he was based off of the G2 Laser Optimus Prime. This is Transformers Robots in Disguise Scourge. Gave this to my nephew a few years ago. This is he's taken really good care of it. The way you see it, that's the way I gave it to him, because I got it from a thrift store. So it was missing all the accessories, the tanker, and the little chest thingy. I gave it to him when I bought I don't know if it was the Sonokong version or the Dakar version of Black Convoy. So, but you can see he towers over RTS Prime, and it isn't just because this is a fairly big size figure. I'll show you. Let me get some more figures. Right, we'll take RTS Bumblebee. Let's put him next to RTS Bumblebee, and he's taller. Whoops. He is slightly taller, but he is still too short. I mean, Bumblebee is almost as tall as he is. And anyone who has this figure knows that that's not right. Let me show you. Here he is next to Spec Ops Jazz. And it looks To be honest with you, he's a deluxe figure, but if you look at it, it looks like this is a deluxe figure and this one is a Voyager size figure. That's how much of a size difference there is. So that I don't get. I don't get it at all, Captain. But otherwise, though, to be honest with you, I actually do like this guy. And I know I sound like the Bolt Matrix there, or Spader from Bolt Matrix, or I don't know how that goes. But to be honest with you, even with the faults, I do actually like this guy. And I got lucky. I've seen other reviewers who have had these things not painted right, or all the paint apps not right there. Or I remember one reviewer had like whatever they used to make this hole here actually cut into the rest of the wheel well, so the wheel wasn't staying on properly. Like it was all. Yeah, I don't have that issue. So let's get him into the alt mode. Take this off. This has a transformation in case you missed the boat on that. Nice little sword. You take this part and you push it up like so, and then you slide it over, and then you flip this like this, and now it's nice and neatly folded up, and you can kind of guess what it's going to be right there. And we're going to take Prime, I'm going to flip his feet up, and they peg, these little notches peg into a slot there. Push this down, push the heels flat down. Notice I said heels and not heel spurs. We're going to take the wheels, pull them up like this, and then rotate them around until they stop. Do the same thing, pull out, rotate, and then I'll like kind of click into place, sort of. They just won't go any farther than what they do. And then you'll take these black panels, flip them over, and they will actually cover the back to make, you know, a back. And then you just repeat the same step here. Start with the bottom one first and then the top one, because otherwise you're going to have a problem. Flip. Ouch! Flip that over. Flip that over. And let's see, what else are we going to do? What are we going to do next? What are we going to do next? What's in a box? What's in a box? And I finally figured out where that was from, because I saw it on crack.com. So we'll take this part here. Whoops, I apologize. We'll take the sword, and it goes in, which way are you going? I believe you go in blade first towards his anus, which could very well be a problem, but there's a little slot here. Let's see if I can show it to you. There's a little slot there, a little groove, and that's where the sword is going to kind of go. So this way he doesn't have any undue issues. And peg that all together. Alrighty, pegged it all together, and I wanted to get my Generation 1 trailer out to see how it would scale. And I hope that's not them back again. I may be cutting this review very short. We'll see in a minute. Yes. So we'll come back here and we'll flip this like this, and we will split it. And leave it like so. And then we'll take this part here and, well, let's lift his head up just a little bit and pull it up. Pull this section right here. Pull it up. Then rotate. Sorry, I don't have a way to do this where it's not. You just rotate this back. And I'm not doing it right because I'm trying to do this on camera. Okay. I'll rotate it back, and then it just kind of. Oh, there's a slot for it to slot in. Are you slotting in? Slot in right. That might be the problem. When I got this thing, it was like transformed, but not quite right. So So I want to make sure I got everything lined up and proper. Then you come in here, and there are little panels that make up the. I forgot to. Well, I can't really show it, but there's a little matrix in there. Let's see if I can get. I don't know if it's showing up because I can't. There you go. You can kind of see the matrix in there. These panels will fold out and form the side windows of the truck cab. There's that. There's that. And then we just, let's lift these up right here. We'll lift these up because they need to be up to get the hands in. Turn the hands so that they are like this, where the elbows are bent out. Put them next to, and then just close this up. Close this up. And this will be as it shall be to the side. And I think that's what the wrist swivel is for. And I didn't show this before. I'll just show it off in a minute. But there are 5mm clip points on his arms. We'll do that. These panels are so fiddly. Okay, turn his head. Oh, doesn't matter if you turn his head, but you can turn his head backwards if you want, and then just rotate it like so, and then push it in there, and then just bring this down and just straighten everything out, and there you go. Truck mode. It actually rolls okay, although all the wheels have don't quite meet the ground, but it does roll okay. Again, there's a trailer hitch for something. I don't have anything. I'll just, go ahead and... Nah, that looks ridiculous. But yeah, it's pretty cool looking. It would have been nice if they would have made a trailer for it, but somebody else did, so, I'm thinking about getting that. Thinking about it. Not even to combine it, just for the new Prime head and to have the tanker. But there he is. It's a decent-sized deluxe truck. I don't fully like the truck mode very much. It seems a little odd to me, a little weird. This is what the original truck should have looked like, except with some flame deco and more primey colors. Looks like this. Let's forget about the feet obviously sticking out the back and look at the truck. It's nice. It's a bit boxy. It's got character to it. It's looks powerful. Then you look at this guy and not really powerful, to be honest with you. It doesn't have the same nobility. And it's not just that the colors are different, which the colors look a lot better in person than they do in on whatchamacallit. I think part of it is because part of the reason I have problems is because this, I think, is supposed to either gradate towards blue or just be black. And then it's got like a high shine on, I don't know if you can see this, but it has a really high shine on the black piece, but the other piece has a bit of a shine, but it's not the same quality. So, and you know what? I don't even mind that there is a lot of unpainted plastic because it's not. It actually kind of goes with the figure for some reason. It's not like a lot of the Dark of the Moon crap. So you can see the reveal, the shield activating because it's 80-something degrees in here. And yeah, there's not much more to say. He rolls well. He looks pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie to you. He looks pretty decent. He looks better in real life than he does in every video I've seen so far, in every picture. And I think part of it is because either the lighting was too light or too dark. So I'm hoping that my lighting is just right because I'm using sunlight. And you can kind of you can't really plug weapons. I guess you could kind of try to plug weapons into the trailer hitch. It doesn't hold them too well, but if you wanted to, you could do something like that. Or, whoops. Or, you know, if you want to have it over like this and rest on the cab, you can do that and just have it, you know, pew, 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 you know. It's a little silly, but actually it's no less sillier than the Classics Deluxe Optimus that had the Tommy gun that attached to his back, and he looked like crap. I mean, the robot mode looked awesome, but yeah. So this is not a bad figure. This is not a bad figure. I was gonna get the United version. Glad I didn't, because that was $40, and I spent, for 2 figures, I spent 30 something. And that was still too much, but I don't have a Ross's near me, and I've never actually ever seen this figure in stores. I don't think I don't know if I've ever seen the other figure that I got with him in stores, but that's neither here nor there. Oh, before I forget, let me grab a clip weapon so I can show you. Alright, so here is Spec Up Jazz's speakers. One of them, anyway. You can just clip it right. There's a clip point right here. And then he can, whoops. Then he could, you know, be rolling along, just blasting his tunes to whoever wants to listen. And yeah, that looks silly, but you can, oh! Sorry about that text message. But you can do that. So, yeah. Anyway, that's it. Nothing more to say. I am Icelip, and I hope you enjoyed this long-winded review about nothing. Okay. Now, I saw a bird. It was cute. Kick its butt.